Welcome back everyone to Piney Plays the Brawler. I am back here in the Chamber Crossroads again, and I am ready to speak to Bosie again after a little trip to Lothlorien again.
These are my first dealings with Celeborn of Lorien. I do not know what to make of him.
Welcome back to Doom, Pine Punch. I am disappointed that Gimli did not return with you, but I am sure that he had his own reasons. His father Glowing has long been a close friend of my father and of Broger's father, and Gimli sure retains the honor of his forebears. Yes, it's honor that keeps him away, unfortunately. This is my first dealing with Celeborn of Lothlorien, and I must confess that I am not sure what to make of him. He has sent a number of elves to help us, and while I appreciate his assistance, they seem perhaps too eager to blame the dwarves for all troubles, both present and past. They have established a camp with one of my dwarves, Orvar Bellhammer, in a newly excavated passage in Durin's Way, Buzonkar. It is located in the very southeastern corner of Tharak Bazam, in the southern wall, right near the exit from the gardens. You will find Tharak Bazar to the northeast of this chamber. Yes, the tree-filled area on your map there. Journey there and lend Ovar your aid. He is having difficulties getting along with these elves. Oh, difficulties with the elves. Well, I hope you're not looking for a baller solution to that particular item. I have found the cave where Orvar and the elves are located. Hello there, how's it going?
This cavern was recently unearthed, and the gardens here still thrive.
I'm glad you're here, Pine Punch. These elves have been sent by Celeborn for the purpose of helping us drive the evil out of Khazad-dûm, so they say, but they seem much more interested in casting blame about than doing anything helpful. This cavern, Bazukhar, was found shortly after you departed, and many of my folk were impressed by the state of it. The gardens still thrive. At least, up here they do. Something rots and corrupts the plant life as you descend. But while we could use some real help in cleaning this cave of danger, instead these elves speak too often of digging too deeply and disturbing things that are left undisturbed. If this is the best Celeborn can offer, I'd rather he kept them into the woods. You should talk to Coranothian, Pine Punch, and see if I'm wrong. You'll see that I'm not. Well, I will see what she has to say.
Some evil lives at the bottom of Buzungar, and it corrupts the gardens here.
And listen to me, for this Orvar will not listen to reason. Some evil lives at the bottom of this cavern, and if this place is not sealed away, the evil may spread. This is always the way of the dwarves. Why must they always dig into places that were not meant to go? Will they not be satisfied until no evil remains beneath these stone, and all have come to the surface to lay waste upon the homes of the elves and other good people? Well, let's see. It's very difficult to make a living out of mining if you don't dig in places unknown, unfortunately.
What has drawn the Globsnaga to this cavern?
If Orvar will not listen to reason and collapse the only entrance to this passage, sealing the corruption within, we must find its source and destroy it. Speak to Nymphaleg about finding the source and dealing with it. We have seen Globsnaga orcs deeper within Bazungar and fear that they will soon climb up into this place. Have they been corrupted by the wilting rot, or is there some other cause of their affliction? Well, if it's Globsnaga, I suspect they could be the Globsnaga that are corrupting the plants here, perhaps. These questions are secondary to the most important one, that they be defeated before they can do any more harm. Destroy them, as you undertake a nymphoid scheme for cleansing the source of the wilting rot. Well, alright, so you mean to kill things? Well, I guess that's what I need to do here anyway, right? I need to see whether or not I could punch them.
The rot that pervades Buzungar is not of the natural world.
And that gives us the duty to remove it. If Urvar will not listen to our advice and seal the passage, we must destroy the source of the wilting rot before it escapes into wider Moria and becomes a much greater threat. I believe that I have the means to do this. This barrel will catch pure light, even at the most dim, and reflect upon the corrupting walls of the passage. If you place it on a stone in the deepest area of Buzakar, it will be like a beacon in the evil of the rot, drawing forth whatever lies behind the wilting rot and agony. At the time, you must destroy the source of the rot, but use caution. You must remain close to the barrel, or its effects will have not served to weaken the master of the rot, whatever it may be. Alright, so I need to put down this barrel and use it to draw out whatever is in the rot. Because if there's a hobbit in the area, then why do the elves need to do any work, correct? Hello! Yep, Globsnaga. Let's see if we have any of these we can... Is there anything I'm going to be able to do with these room-covered tablets? These room-card tablets, which of course are no longer useful for anything, because they were used as barter items for certain traders in the 21st Hall and in Dolphin View, but as far as I know, they are no longer tradable there. They removed those vendors, so obviously you can't actually trade them there for anything like that. So why do they still drop the items in question? No idea. Hello. Oh, they do sap down your morale a little bit, though. Looks like if I'm not careful. So let's eat up. Make sure I don't lose too much in the matter and head on forward. Now, of course, most likely I'm going to get lost down here. So I will return to you when I get to the literal bottom of this place. Here we are at the bottom. Now I just need to find out where this creature is located. Or is this not the bottom? Let's round this way and see what we can get. I'm trying to remember exactly where it's at. It's been a few years. I told you I'll get lost. That is something that is quite inevitable. Ah! I think I found the location. Ooh, a skirmisher. I think I need one more skirmisher in order to finish the other quest. Oh, and you too. Alright, now that we've taken care of all of that, we can take care of this Karog, which apparently is another barrel. It's like a darkish barrel. A purplish one, yes. Purplish barrel. There you go. Hey, boop. There you go. It looks like I may try picked up the glimmering barrel before heading back. So let's head back upstairs and report our success. I killed a Karog.
Growloon the Kyrog is defeated, but others of his kind may appear.
We are fortunate that Gwaralan the Kyrog, diminished as already he was, could be weakened further by the light of the barrel that you used to draw him forth. No longer will its presence scar the gardens of Buzun-Khar, or spread out into the wider Moria. I worry that more and stronger of his kind may lurk in the deep places, but there is little enough we can do if that is true. I'm delighted to have helped you fight the source of this rod pine punch. May the dwarves have learned a lesson from this. Yeah, that you go and kill the things rather than try to lock things up. Oh yes, of course. I have forgotten that. Level 60 minimum. Well, what do you say?
It will be some time before these gardens recover, but recover they will.
Yes, but your defeat of Gwaralan the Kyrog will make it possible for them to recover. You have done well, Pine Punch, and I am pleased that you have helped save the dwarves from their own hard-headed determination to delve where they should not. A dwarf of the Iron Garrison came to speak with Orvar while you were in the depths. I believe he had a message for you. Alright, and I presume he gave it to Orvar, right? Yes, of course.
That was no great task for you, was it? Elves worry for nothing.
Why should Crothiel and Niflug worry so greatly about sealing away Buzachar when you were so ably defeated Gwaralan the Kyrog? And now this passage can be of great benefit to the dwarves. Alright, he certainly looks the right side of it.
Growing has not been the same since he was returned to us.
The messenger sent by Browain was very clear that we should deal first with the corruption within Buzekar. Yet, once that was done, his master desired greatly that you visit him again in the peaceful path located in the mustering hall, east of Salundum and west of the stone hall. Yes, I know where it's at. Now, if you will allow this of me, Pine Punch, I must tell you that Broin has not been the same since he returned him to us. It is no fault of your own, of course, or of his, but he endured much in the watery den of the Watcher, curse its name. But the son of Broger may be now a little touched in the head, and then to lose his cousin Bori to the forces of Mazak, it can't have helped. Treat him kindly and with patience, but if he requests he makes of you seems a little peculiar, you may at least know the cause. Alright, fine. I will go and speak to Broin and see what this is all about, and maybe allow me to punch something. Hello, Broin, I got your message.
Buzengar is safe, but what of Bori? My cousin remains still a captive of Mazag.
My messenger returned from Buzakhar with the news that you were in the depths trying to end the corruption that was found in that passage. I see that you've succeeded. I can't understand why we waste so much effort on such insignificant tasks while my cousin Broin languishes in the dungeons of Mazak. Why still do my father's doors mine while Bori is held? He may not still live, but if he does, just as I endured the watery den of the Watcher, could it not be that every hour we waste brings him closer to death at the hands of the orcs, and still no one does anything? My father has asked me to search for records of the mined nose of Khazadu, but I can't bring myself to do such useless work, so I'm going to give it to you. If you will do it in my place, I can continue trying to think of some way to help Bori. Look for these through these records in any of the old archives of the Great Delving, the Chamber of Wisdom, Knowledge, or Deep Thought, or Kazul Zahar. Well, I'll check them. All right? Yeah. Let's just humor them for a moment. Here we are at the word hoard. Let's see if we can find something useful here. Anything here? Oh, that's just a riddle. Well, we'll worry about that later. Actually, that could be useful because I had forgotten to do that quest earlier, and that does reward a garnet shard, which could be useful. I'm still trying to infused garnet, not a garnet shard, because I'm still trying to do those instances to see if someday I could get a useful item. Anyway, that gives me the records that Broyd wants, so let's bring them to him and see how thrilled he is. Based on his reaction so far, I'll say not at all. Here are the records that I found, Broyd.
Yes, the mining record's fine. Wait, what is this?
What, you found something? Do you understand what you have found, Pan Punch? There are not simple mining records at all. These pages may hold the key to rescuing my son Bori. Listen to this. Melkov Stonecarver commissioned for detailed work on rear wall of Rudorinul during the nighttime for the completion of Zerthrach. Special instruction withheld by order of Diran. The word Rustrinel drew my attention, Pine Punch, for that is the name of the throne of Diran, the very throne that Mazak has claimed for himself. To then I see the name Zerthrach, or the secret road. Could it be that this dwarf, this Melkov Stonecarver, was tasked on creating a secret passage out of Duran's throne room for the king to use in the event of danger? If this passage was completed, it might be used to gain access to Mazag. It might be used to rescue my cousin Bori. Ooh. Oh, I get... Okay, I'll take the morale.
You must search the workshop for plans. I will stay behind. There is too much to do.
Melkov Stonecarver was renowned for much of his work, though I have never heard of this secret road. Its inclusion in the records may very well have been an oversight by the scribe, but he may have given us what we need to wrest my cousin from the grasp of Mazag's forces. Mazag has entrenched himself in the great fortress Zabagathol, surrounding himself with these orc warriors. But if a secret escape passage was constructed in the rear wall of Rushdurnal, we might be able to sneak into the fortress unobserved. Yes, Melkov Sokar's workshop was recently uncovered, but no dwarves were left to guard. Alright, so I need to go and find this. Oh, I need to stay here, though. There's so much to be done here. You mean Mike moping? I will come with you in the next adventure, I promise. Yeah, right. I'm sure. Completely. Absolutely no question about it. And the instructions tell me to go outside into the snowy parts. It gets suddenly chillier on this end. There's quite a draft. I could just imagine there's a draft going all over the place. If this is cold enough to have the snow here, then I would think that there will be some turbulence going on, or else the dwarves there will be chilly, or the snow here will be melting. Now there's quite a crater. Actually, I might as well go and get that discovery site. You have found the remains of Diren's Bane. Well, that answers the question of what happened to him. Now, let's find that passage. The door is guarded by a warg, a mighty, powerful hunter that wishes to foil my attempts to learn about the mining records. But what's inside? We have to find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays the Brawler.